What we were going to talk about today is a new way to see sales. And what I like about our monthly calls is this opportunity to go deep on tools and conversations that support our personal businesses. And then throughout the month, we also do visual frameworks and other tools that you can use with your clients. We get to do a little bit of both. We get to do work for yourself and work for your clients. Let me make sure that everybody is lined up well. Let me pull my camera back a little bit. I want to make sure you can see the whole page. Okay, so I've been working on this model. I have several visual models we're going to review today, but this one I want us to build together. If you're watching the replay, get out a pen and paper. Draw along with me. This is how you ensure you're learning. It's one thing to sit and get. It's another thing to sit and watch. It's another thing to sit, watch, draw, and converse, but we don't have that opportunity today. At the top of the page, we're going to break this down. What I want to talk about with sales, we're going to do a little visual model to explain this. Grab your pens. If you're watching the replay, you'll be able to pause. We first of all have you. And we want to understand that there's two perspectives in our sales opportunity. There's you, and there's your client. And with you, what's typically done in sales, we're going to draw a couple of these thought bubbles coming up our little salesperson. What's typically done in sales is we try and pitch our idea. We try and persuade. And we sometimes try and push our sale on to someone else. And for our customer, when we're acting that way, I kind of like how they're all the way over here. Our customer wants to understand that you understand their pain. You have a process and you have a path to support them. And so the best way to get on the same page is in your sales process for it to feel like you're actually facing each other. And you're able to both. That's what I love about whiteout. Is you're both going to come up with a shared concept that you're both co-creating. What does that look like? That's what we're going to work on today. First of all, let's come up with a color for you. And let's come up with a color for your client. So there's your client. Here's you. And here's your big idea in the middle. Okay, the process that I believe is in selling starts well before you even get to this conversation. Because the best way to get to a conversation that's extremely collaborative is what I've kind of designed as a 5-step process to get you there. I'm going to create a little framework down here. 1, 2, 4, 5. Okay. The first part of this concept is you are trying to primarily build trust. Let's color in our little client, or this is ourself. Color in ourself. Sales is so much more than what happens in this conversation. What's your pitch? What's your process? What's your path? This is what's leading up to that conversation. This is multi-layered. Trust me comes down to what is the content that you're putting on social media? What is your branding? We've been working on branding. This is so important. Your branding and show your thinking. So then the next step in this process is all your social media channels. Those are part of your sales process. I mean, you don't have to, but I'm going to tell you. Get on social media. We're going to talk more and more about this in this group. Share everything you can on social media, on your LinkedIn, on your YouTube channels, wherever you can. You build trust through your social media, through your stories, articles, and consistency. All this is getting you closer to your client. And what your client wants is your client wants to find you primarily right now on social media. They want to feel like you're reaching out to them. Here's you on social media, and you're reaching out to your client. And whenever you do that, this client starts to feel like you understand me. And they do that because you speak to their problem, and you showcase your value. And in this process of what you're sharing online, you are also sharing the pain, the process, and the path. What you're doing is you're helping them by guiding them. This is Guide Me. And Guide Me is about a clear path. It's about simple next steps. And when you get to this point, what happens is now when you're selling and you're working with your client, it's so much different. Because it feels like your delivery, your follow through, and overall, your relationship. When you understand all of these, it really comes down to, I have some little taglines. This is where people discover you. And this happens when people feel seen. And this is where people decide. And the beauty of this part, this is, oops. This is where people refer. Let's fill in our model some more. Let's get our little people colored in. This is a different way of thinking of selling and your sales process, because it's more than just what's your sales call, what's your lead magnet, what's your proposal, what's your list of services. This really is about understanding that ecosystem of how you build relationships. And the people inside the new community, it feels different. It's a smaller group right now, but we truly know each other's businesses. A lot of people couldn't make it today because they've got other things going on. That's why we recorded this, so that you have the replay to come back and watch and understand what was today's visual framework. And these are models that are for you, for your business. But what's so interesting is everything we build in here, these models are also helpful for a client. You could run a client through this exact same model. Other things that we were going to cover today was a little bit about the social media strategy, simple sales script, and how to grow, nurture, and sell. We are going to go over more of that later on when we can actually have the conversation and the dialogue about all this. I truly hope you pause, draw this out, and then your next step of your homework is to sit there and say, where am I in each of these components? And what are the things I can be doing to strengthen each of these areas? That's it for today's call. Thanks for watching the replay, and I will see you next month.